So if you're managing a team, especially in the leisure industry, you know that culture can feel like this mysterious, uncontrollable force. But what if that's totally wrong? What if you could actually manage it with the same precision you use for every other part of your operation? That feeling, right? Just so frustrating. Your absolute best people are walking out the door, morale is all over the map, and you're just left scratching your head wondering why. Look, this isn't just bad luck. These are symptoms of a much deeper issue, one we often just fail to tackle head-on. And that issue? Well, it's that we're flying completely blind when it comes to culture. It's like this invisible engine that's driving absolutely everything, from who stays on your team to how happy your customers are. And yet, it's the one area where we're basically just guessing and, hoping for the best. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the contrast here. Think about it. We have these detailed spreadsheets, these dashboards for everything on the left, right? Facility usage, revenue streams, costs, even customer feedback. It's all tracked to the nth degree. But for culture, the very thing that powers the whole operation, for most of us, it's a total black box. And this isn't just some fluffy people problem. This is a bottom line problem. Just guessing about your culture has real tangible costs. So let's flip that around. What are the actual measurable benefits of getting this right? Here's the most crucial point. We have got to stop thinking of culture as this soft, nice-to-have thing. It's one of the most powerful strategic tools you have at your disposal. And when you actually manage it, the impact is, well, you can literally measure it. For starters, a strong, well-managed culture, it leads to a 23% drop in staff turnover. Now just pause and think about that for a second. That's not just a number on a slide. That's thousands, maybe tens of thousands of pounds saved in recruitment and training for every single person you don't have to replace. And it doesn't stop there. Happy, engaged staff leads to happy customers. It's that simple. We're talking a 31% jump in customer service scores. That means the community you serve is having a better, more positive experience, which at the end of the day is the whole point, right? And internally, the impact is just as massive. A 37% improvement in collaboration. This is huge. It means your teams, operations, programming, front desk, they're actually working together as one cohesive unit, not as these competing silos. The impact goes even deeper than that. An 18% improvement in health and safety compliance. And what this really shows is that a great culture creates an environment where people are just more dialed in, they take more ownership over those absolutely critical procedures. Okay, so how do you actually get there? Well, it all starts with a pretty fundamental shift in your thinking. You have to move away from just hoping for a good culture and start using a real methodology. Because it's a simple truth, you cannot improve what you don't measure. On the left, you've got what I call the hope method. This is what most places do. They throw random things at the wall, a team building day here, some fancy posters over there, and just cross their fingers and hope it works. The audit method, on the other hand, is systematic. You actually define what good looks like. You measure where you are right now, and then you build a real plan to improve. And that brings us to this core idea, the culture audit. Now, this is not just another employee survey that goes into a folder and dies. It's a structured process for digging into the specific moments and systems, the touch points, that literally define what it's like to work on your team every single day. So, how do we make something as big as culture actually measurable? Easy. We break it down into smaller, manageable parts. This framework identifies 11 key touch points that have the biggest, most direct impact on your team. Okay, this slide right here, this is your new roadmap. Instead of asking a vague question like, is our culture good? This framework gives you super specific, answerable questions. For example, let's look at your hiring process. Are you really attracting people who are going to thrive here? Or are you just desperately filling seats? Or what about manager effectiveness? Can your supervisors actually develop their people? And check out number 9, psychological safety. This is a big one. Can your staff actually speak up with ideas or concerns without being afraid of getting shut down? Each of these 11 points shapes the day-to-day reality for your team, and you can measure and improve every single one of them.
And what's really important is that this isn't some generic corporate framework that doesn't apply to you. It's designed specifically for the unique pressures of the leisure industry. It takes into account things like seasonal staff, the high stress of customer-facing roles, and the budget constraints that are just a constant reality for so many of us in this sector.
So the whole goal here, the big prize, is to transform culture from this unmanageable mystery into your most important and, this is the key part,
your most manageable asset. It's all about taking back control.
You've probably heard this famous quote before, but it's not just a clever little saying, it's an operational truth. Your absolute best laid plans, your most brilliant strategies, they will fall flat if your culture isn't right. So it really is time to stop just talking about culture and start systematically building it.
So here it is, the key takeaway. Culture isn't lightning in a bottle. It's not some random thing that just happens to you. It is the direct result of the systems you have in place right now. Your hiring process, your meeting habits, how you recognize people. And the fantastic news is, all of those systems are completely within your control.
And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about. When you look at your own organization, is your culture something you just hope for, or is it something you measure and manage with the exact same discipline you apply to your finances and your operations? Because the choice really is yours.